Hi guys, Bolt here once again with more Wargame Red Dragon, but this time I won't be playing the game. I will actually be casting a replay of one of the qualifier matches in the Wargame Red Dragon Reddit tournament. So that's definitely going to be a ton of fun. I usually don't really do any replays, but you will definitely see a lot more of this in the upcoming days or maybe even weeks. Anyway, Vulcan HD Gaming is also doing this, so definitely go check out his channel. There will be a link on my homepage, on the homepage of my YouTube channel. On the right side, there will be a list with like Raptor, Nolan, Vulcan, and I think someone else. So definitely just check out Vulcan and also all the other guys in that list. Anyway, if you want to read about the rules or whatever of this tournament, there will be a link down there in the description leading you to the Reddit forums, so definitely check that out if you want to read more about this tournament. But the rules are kind of simple. It is Conquest, 500 points, 40-minute time limit, and everyone can play with whatever deck he or she wants with. And in this one, we actually have a 3v3 with all what looks like, well, Red 4 decks, MI17s. But the other guys haven't really set up. But yeah, first we have, on Team 1, we have George S. Patton, Fadeaway, and Random. They're going to be the blue team. And on the red side, we have Barry Dillon, Future Pro, and Austrian Oak. So let's get things started. First, let's look at the blue side. I'm just gonna call it blue or Team Blue. It's not really blue for, it's still red for, but still, that's gonna be a little bit confusing. But hopefully, you guys can keep up. Wow, we got quite a lot of BTR 90s here by Random. Looks like he got 6 of those bad boys ready to go into India, probably with Spetsnaz GRUs. And we got Fadeaway here with quite a few tanks. We got a T-72 BU, a B1, 2 BTR 90s with Recon, so probably Spetsnaz GRU, and a BTR-D. Could be another Spetsnaz, but we'll see. We got a Buratino as well from Fadeaway, and from Random, we got a Tunguska M, a BU, a B1, SU-122, basically a meat shield. And then we got an MTLBV, probably with like Motostrelic or something like that. And Random is also the owner of those BTR 90s. So let's look at Oscar. Here we have George S. Patton, ready to go with his 2 T80s, or 2 T80As, 2 BMP3s, MTLBV, and a Tunguska M. And we got George S. Patton as well. Is this all his units? It is. And he also has a BTR 60, a BTR 80, probably with like shock infantry, a UAZ command from Fadeaway, BTR 90 from Patton. That's the vehicle variant, I think. There's no infantry in that one. No, there is actually. That's the Spetsnaz GRU again, and he has an OSA. So George S. Patton is leaving back an Oscar, it seems, and we probably have Random leaving back an infantry command here in Kilo. Let's look at Alpha. We got a massive airborne attack from Barry Dillon, quite a lot of Mi-24s. He's actually deleting a few of them. I don't know what he's doing right now. But these will probably be used to attack India. Or not. He's just getting rid of all of them. Oh, it seems like he's moving them to the right. Okay, so we got quite a lot of Mi-24Ws. I don't think those actually have AA missiles, but these Mi-24Ps do. He has 3 of those. Mi-24Ws are probably just like a meat shield. And with those yaks, they will probably tear a lot of helis apart. But in case the enemy does have AA helis, these will be enough to take those out. Or, well, at least to take all the missiles, and the Ps will take them out. 2 Salamandras with, I think, 4 AT gems each, could be more. And we got some Mi-17s with Recon infantry. Those could be Spetsnaz, but I'm not completely sure. Then we have Future Pro with a B1, a BU, a BTR-80A, a B1, so 2 B1s. We got a BTR-D, a Tunguska M, and 2 Bucks. So they are really heavy on the anti-air and in the air attack division. And on the left, we have Future Pro with a BRDM-3 Recon. So it doesn't seem like they're actually going to a hotel. They're just going to put like Recon around it. They could be really bad for them in mid-game. But we got Austrian Oak with his BTR-90s, a BRDM-3 Recon, a BTR-D, 2 T-72As, 2 BUs, a Tunguska M, and a Strela 10M going towards the middle. I'm just going to keep it in neutral mode to kind of give you guys an idea of how the battle will continue. 2 PDs scramble immediately by Fadeaway to counter any air attack that the red team might do. For instance, like a napalm assault here. But as soon as these Mi-24Ps get in range, this Mi-8 and everything else that is airborne will probably get shot down. It's actually a miss. Here we go, and the Yak comes in action. And that's one of them, and the second one is also going to go down. The BTR-90 is actually pulling back. Not sure why. Probably because of all of these helis here, but I don't know why he just didn't use the road. That would have been a little bit faster. So Austrian Oak is arriving at the middle, left side. They're not doing anything to the left side. That's really dangerous. At least moves like some 80 gems over or something. MI8 MTV unloaded Gornostrelki. That's going to do quite a lot of damage to those BUs if they actually hit with those 26 AP Metis M missiles. Tunguska M is taking out quite a lot of these helis though. That he might want to watch out for those. We're gonna get an action here in the middle. BTR-90s are getting in the force to unload. We had a BRDM-3 keeping an eye on the enemy Spetsnaz GRU. And this BTR-90 is probably gonna get taken out by the BRDM-3 in a second here. If the GRU don't get to it first, which they do. MI2 scoping out the left side. That's gonna be a really big weakness if they actually exploit it. And here we go, Gornostrelki 90 firing that 26 AP missile. And it actually misses. That could have been a big blow to the enemy's AA capability. But if I actually look at this, the enemy does not have a lot of defenses. They do have some specialny Ionotkis. Those are really good actually. They're elite 10-man squads. Really good loadout with those RPG 26s, but still, they might not be enough. The main action is here in the middle. MiG-27 being taken out by the Bucks and a Tunguska M. And Austrian Oak keeps moving his units into the town, but it seems like George S. Patton is actually there first. So that's going to be a big blow to the enemies. To Austrian Oak's units. But here comes the massive airborne attack. Mi-17s unloading those huge rockets. Does not really do an awful lot of damage. But at least it keeps the enemy's units occupied. T-72 BU coming out to peek, taking out another T-72. One of the basic ones. I think that was a B1 actually. But we got the BU from Austrian Oak actually taking a massive hit from that enemy BU. And he does the right thing, which is pulling back to resupply it or rearm it. Bucks unloading on that MiG-27. Hitting it once. Actually, no, twice. But the third shot actually takes it out. We got some reinforcements from Future Pro to help out Barry Dillon. He unloaded some VDV-90s there, which is going to be a big help against those enemy tanks. But it seems like the blue side is actually pushing on the west side here because of the moderate defenses. A 25 PD being shot down again, so the enemy lost like 3 or maybe even 4 planes in about 5 minutes. So that's a huge blow to the enemy's air capability. VDV-90 taking a lot of damage from that BRDM-3 because they're actually being spotted by the Spetsnaz. Spetsnaz GRUs leading the charge with 2 T-80s in the back in case anything shows up. And on the right, we really don't have a lot of things going on. Spetsnaz GRU trying to get into town, but that's just gonna be stunned by the red Spetsnaz. Here comes the main assault for the middle. A BU taking out that BRDM-3. Another BRDM-3 is gonna be taken out soon by these GRUs. He's trying to back away with him, but he's basically surrounded. So there goes that recon unit. It is not really looking good for the red team, is it? They are ahead with, well, they are gaining with +2. But as soon as Mike is taken over, which is going to be taken over in about 10 seconds, that advantage is going to go. Seems like the blue side actually managed to bottleneck the red side here in this forest. And Moderna did take out one of those tanks, but there's still one left. And here comes the other assault from Fade Away to help out George S. Patton with his pincer move. So what they should do now, and I know that they don't really have a lot of points, but instead of all of this, they should have probably bought like some ATGMs, some tanks to basically move up here, and then basically just like try to do a counter flank. Like all of these units are gonna move towards this general area. If you then flank with like infantry just to go like going into this forest, you would have probably got a lot of hits. But we'll see what they do. They might actually be moving towards that forest. So let's not speak too soon. There's a Buratino coming up, which is really scary though. That's just gonna light this entire place up. The war of the autocannons commences. Moderna taking out a lot of these Spetsnaz GRUs. He's gonna get shot by that T-80 if he doesn't watch out. And by that BU that is really close again fast. Looks like all of those SPWs are actually moving into the main forest, which is probably going to get Buratino'd really soon. And on the right there is not really a lot happening since the main push is in the middle. So they're basically doing a big retreat. And at this point, red team should have been moving in from here, but that's easier said than done. BU taking out another unit when he's retreating. So this is going to be really interesting to see how this battle continues. It looks like blue is gonna win, but red might do one hell of a comeback. Oh, he needs to unload those quick. Here we go. Seems like the BU is basically guarding this hill. We got a Moderna here taking a hit from a T-80A. T-80A taking a massive hit from a Moderna, but that BU is closing in. That's going to be a huge problem. Yep, taken out. Formos are not really great on the run, so I do recommend if you guys move or use them, just put them in like a town or a forest. Don't really run them out in the open like that. Buratino opening up. I was scared of that happening. That's gonna just destroy all of these units. Oh, he actually did not fire all of the rockets, just 7 of them. Which surprisingly did quite a lot of damage. Only 7 rockets killed that much. We got a T-64BV firing at the BTR-60PB. That'll show him, and actually missing. Wow. Kowalski, you're fired. Seems like we're also doing an attack on the right. I'm just gonna be with the red team to make it easier for you guys. But so far the blue team is winning, which is not really great. We have another command going for Echo, and another one that's probably going to be used in Lima, if there isn't already another command going there. Oh, we actually have a lot of commands. We also have a UAZ coming up, which is probably going to be used on Delta. Another Buratino strike. Trying to kill off whatever is here, and what this does is not just stun and kill the enemy units, but it creates like a smoke screen, so it basically blocks the line of sight of the red team. So really nice to see that used. We got a massive air attack happening on the right. All of those Mi-24Ds and Ps are being used to kind of scope or swoop over this area, and as you can see, those Yaks will do quite a lot of damage. I don't know if that Strela is going to be enough to hold this back. But it seems like flanking this general area was not really their mission. 2 B1s leading the charge against those Morskaya Feoda 90s, and you do have to watch out for those. 17 AP will do quite a lot of damage. But the 24 AP will actually do a lot of damage from those VDV 90s. So he does the right thing, which is to pull back. Command is being spotted, which forces Fadeaway to move it back, and the Mi-24V fires at the P, actually hits it, but the P surprisingly stunned this unit, so if he moves in a little bit closer, he can take it out with that gush. Which he does. So nice play by him. Excuse me for that. Seems like the middle is still looking really bad for the red team. Seems like that was the kind of the final push that the red team had against the blue team. And it does not really look that great. So a big mistake on the start by not going towards Hotel. A few 80 gems could have held that push back. A few 80 gems in Echo could have stopped the advance from Lima, but you know, should have, would have, could have. 2 RBF strikes coming in, destroying a lot of the infantry in here, and also a cluster attack from Austrian Oak to try to take out any of these heavy tanks. And by doing that, he does make sure that this T-72BU moves out of there, and he kind of knows where he is now, so he might actually call in a plane to take it out or something. But nothing yet. So it does look like we got a BTR-80A going ham on the manpads and everything, so that could be interesting. But a MiG-27 quickly swoops in to kind of suck the joy out of that. So I don't know what the red team is planning at the moment. The blue is leading with +1. It's going to be +3 as soon as this command unloads in November. So, don't know what they're going to do. I guess they're just going to continue their bombing campaign. And as I was seeing that bomb, I was thinking about a seaplane being used, which he did, but it looks like he's going to lose the bomber and the seaplane to the enemy Su-27PU, which is really unfortunate. We got another attack by Future Pro and Barry Dillon and Austrian Oak, so we got 3 guys working on 1 small place. So they do have the advantage of the microing capabilities of 3 guys, but let's see how they do against this. Using Seperzi versus a IFB is not really the best thing to do. He should have moved that LSTR in to kind of support that Seperzi against that BTRD. Another plane being shot down by the Bucks and the Tungushkas. So in terms of air defense, red team is doing better, but in terms of overall map control, blue is definitely leading. A good hit to that BU by the Mi-24W, it seems, bringing it down to 4 HP. So that was a really nice hit, but they are quickly being taken out by the Tungushka Ms. Actually, another ATGM hitting it in the side and taking it out. So that is a huge blow to the enemy's armor in this area. RBF coming in, destroying one of the Tungushkas. The other one is on 3 health and stunned, so he's not going to fire anytime soon. PD coming in to try to take out the plane, actually succeeding. It was that or some of the AAs, probably this Tungushka M that kind of fired a shot at it. Ooh, if he does not unload that SPW, yep, he will lose most of the units. Wow. Only 9 out of 10. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Saperzy being used the way it should be used. Going ham on the VDB-90s. Really nice to see. But the blue team is leading with +1 and almost 200 points. Not looking great. Another MiG-27 coming in. Forced to evac since it cannot really spot anything. And I hope it does not get shot down. Which it does not. Nice. There comes a PD again to try to kill off that plane, but a little bit too late. So Future Pro doing his best to kind of push them out of India again with another tank rush. So Spetsnaz leading the charge, BTR-80s taking out the VDVs, and these tanks are going to go ham on the Morskaya Fejota as soon as we spot them. So really nice attack from Future Pro. Another nice kill with the T-72BU. Spetsnaz GRU absolutely devastating with that Dragunov SVD. Taking out almost 1 soldier with every shot. The tank rush being successful. Forcing that T-80 UK out of there. And hopefully also this command. Not sure if he's actually going to spot it. Oh, here we go. He's dead. Nice. So India is neutralized and also taken over. Here we got a rush into Delta. 10 LSTRs and about 4 Machutsen covered by an SPW. Taking out whatever that vehicle was. LSTRs moving into the town with the Iglas, so they are kind of safe. And they actually missed a shot on that BTR-60. That's unbelievable. It normally never happens. There we go. They forced the enemy out of there. So if they get a command back in that place, they will be +1. So they really gotta hurry. SU-24, actually Mchl RBF coming in, killing that BRDM-3. The seaplane will probably get shot down by the PU. That's rest in peace Seed. And it looks like, actually he survived, but it looks like another plane did get shot down. And I don't know what that is. Looks like another seaplane probably. So they're doing really nicely on the right. What they should have done now is moved up these bugs. So if the enemy actually scrambled planes towards the middle, those bugs would have been in range. But also maybe to attack this place, because usually no one really defends that small, those small buildings there. But since everything is concentrated here, you do have to like move units into this place to actually keep this blob in position. A cluster attack coming in to try to force these BUs out of there. Not really getting any hits on them, it seems. So that's a shame. Basically only moved them up. Oh, we got one hit. But that's about it. All of these Spetsnaz just dying to these BTR-90s with those massive grenades, the 30mm grenades. Absolutely devastating. Here we got a Buratino. Oh my god, that is amazing. It pretty much wiped them out. SU-27 taking out a T-72A. Almost getting shot down. Everything actually missed, so that is kind of unbelievable. Another Buratino strike on these tanks, doing quite a lot of stunning damage. But he should have, I think he should have waited with that until he actually had units to move into Echo with. Speaking of that, here are the units. Hope he unloads them quick, which he does not. So it's not looking great. I hope this ATGM hits in the side. Ooh, it almost did. Wow. That was unlucky. And a little bit bullshit if you ask me. Mchl RBF coming in with his massive bombs again. Missing that T-80 UK, sadly. Oh, it actually did hit. And a Mchl finish it off. Two T-72As battling against two T-72As. Surprisingly. Looks like the red team is actually going to win that one. Yep, one of them taken out, the other one on about 60% health. And bye-bye T-72A. There we go. We still have a BU to worry about, though. Nice, BU taken out by the Red 4 BU. Now, if we did a push on Hotel as well, with some of these, like the BRDM-3 to kind of scope out this area, maybe a helicopter or something, or maybe just artillery to kind of blow out this tree line. They could have also moved into Hotel at the moment. Kind of take the pressure off of Echo. But so far they are doing a really nice job. Blue side pushing into India again. Gonostrelakis, BTR-80s, Spetsnaz are holding him back though. So Future Pro is really doing a nice job on the right. SU-24 not being shot down by the OSA, sadly. Looks like the Buratino is getting back in action. Probably gonna fire at this general area. I hope he's ready soon. George S. Patton does know where the command is, so don't know how long this one is gonna survive. Oh, the enemy Buratino actually opening up. That's going to be painful. It's actually firing at the LSTRs, which is not the best target. And now we kind of have a pincer happening here. If these BTRDs unload into this place... Oh, come on, you should have moved them up a little bit more. Move in. Here we go. Now he kind of has the upper hand in this general area. He can now kind of split up this place, attack this force first, and then move to the western place. So really nice work by Austrian Oak. Oh, I really want this Buratino to just open up on this general area. Come on, Burry. Do it. Here we go. We actually had an attack on the left. I missed it. Just a airborne rush, taking out the enemy's AA, the BMP3, and the infantry, and also the command. So really nicely done. Putting them to +2. Oh man, if we ever needed a Buratino to fire, like right now, it was this moment. Come on, dude. We need you. We need you right now. That's gonna be glorious. Don't know where he's gonna fire, but we'll know in about 3 seconds. Oh, it's actually firing at nothing. That is bad. He did not fire all of his missiles, though, only 10, so I hope he redirects the remainder of his ammunition into this general area. So real nicely done on the left. He should have moved up right now and just secured his place. If he just moved up the Specialny Unotki, the BMP3 would have been... BRDM3 would have been able to take out a Motostrelki. Seems like a MiG-29S with bombs. Bombing the crap out of these VDB-90s. Taking them all out. Really nicely done. Buratino being forced back because of all of these enemies here, though. Seems like he fired a second salvo into this general area. Speaking of Buratino, the enemy also is moving. Fadeaway is moving his Buratino in position. Don't know what he's going to use it on. Here we go. That was the rocket barrage I was hoping for. Another RBF coming in, bombing the crap out of the remaining units. A second bomber, MiG-29S. Actually, that was a MiG-29 something. Buratino surviving a MiG-27. That is unbelievable. MiG-27K coming in. Hopefully he can finish the job, and he does. Beautiful. That's a big strike to the enemy's anti-infantry capabilities. So 17 minutes left. Red is leading with +1 or gaining with +1. Blue is leading with about 300 points. Well, it's about 280 now, but hopefully Red can catch up and win this battle. Grnvld need to move in, and MI8 needs to just cover. I hope Austrian Oak figures that out soon enough. Otherwise, those Spetsnaz are gonna take out those VDV and get into town. Fadeaway did manage to take or get into this general area, and he really needs to watch out with these units. The Scat 2 AP might get shot down by the Type 63s. Actually, he's... Wow, he just lost a Tunguska to those units. Those are really cheap. 20 points. Taking out a Tunguska is just massive for these units. Mi-24W coming in to kind of save the day. At least we hope so. Missing 2 ATGMs. Good job, Lewin. There we go. But when he's calm, he manages to take him out. Yukyondai getting dangerously close to the command, but quickly being taken out by Barry Dillon with his Mi-24, or yeah, Mi-24 and Mi-27, or 17. B5 coming in with a massive bomb to try to bomb whatever is in this town, but luckily only this Buratino is close to that area. He only suffers a stun, so nicely done. Blue is back in the lead with +2 since India got taken over. A quick bomb should take care of that problem, though. I hope he hits. He does. Good job. And we probably have a command going for that place straight away. Spetsnaz being taken out by the gun from that Mi-8, and it looks like Austrian Oak managed to push up close to Echo. So if they actually take that place over, and also Hotel, they will be in like +4 lead, which is amazing if they pull that off. It's like going to be my 1v1 Danish game where I like managed to like get a draw out of a game where I was like 499 points behind. That was one hell of a game. But yeah, it's not about that, it's about this one right now. Mi-8's actually moving up with still infantry in them. A huge waste. But Austrian Oak just went fuck it and just moved on the left side. If he manages to take out this command, that's going to be amazing. But it looks like an Mi-28 is being scrambled to take care of that problem. Mi-4A rush coming up towards Bravo. Tunguska M has something to say against that though. And I don't think they packed the firepower to take out that Buratino, so that's a really nicely micro Buratino to kind of stop these guys in their tracks. Nicely done. The T-72As actually managed to take that command out in Mike. Well done. We got a command going for India and also a command going for Hotel. As soon as those two unload, Team 2 will be gaining with... Well, now they will be gaining with like +5 even. If they take Hotel and Echo, or India and Echo. They just took Hotel, so that's really nicely done. Now they got some T-72Ms to guard against any of these enemy tanks, especially Yonotki, LSDRs, and a Pram with Conkers and that giant cannon. But they don't really have any anti-helicopter AA. They do have a Neva, but they need something like a Strehler or something. So, Future Pro and Austrian Oak continue their advance on Echo. There's not really anything left here besides 10 Spetsnaz units, and these guys are more than capable to take that out. So Echo's practically taken over as well. Here we go, the command arriving in India. That's gonna put him at +7. Massive. That is absolutely massive. Here we go. Really nicely done. That's an amazing comeback so far. George S. Patton did see this Buratino, so I hope Future Pro actually moves it back to a fob or something, because this is this is really dangerous. That is a massive target. I think these are like 140 points. Jesus. Here we go. Austrian Oak and Future Pro continuing their advance, pushing the enemy out of Echo completely. Nicely done. A bombing run and also a seed run to take care of anything in this place. Buck is out of missile, so that's really nicely done. Well, it's actually not really nicely done. If he had one more missile, the seed would have been able to take it out. But oh well. Seems like the red team is actually doing a better job of microing here. LSTR actually hitting the seed plane, never being turned on. And actually hits the enemy seaplane and takes it out. Beautiful. And now it's time for the red team to push up. Gunnerstrelkis, T-72A, and Spetsnaz pushing up into Lima. We have a command in Echo as well, and now they are leading with +4. They are gaining. They only need like 45 points to 41 points now to catch up with the enemy. VDV-90 taking out one of these BTR-60s. And probably also the second one now. Yep. 9 Hyundai won't be a problem with this Mi-8 MTV and the BTR-80s. And also the Spetsnaz around to cover them. A Smirch attack into this forest, which is now emptied out. The enemy is doing a massive attack with quite a lot of BTR-90s. A T-72A and also an Su-122. But we got more than enough units in this town to defend against that. Those might be a problem though against all of these infantry units. Those are the infantry killers in this game. This could be bad. But I don't think the enemy has enough firepower to push this, to turn this back towards the blue side. Here comes a Sierra, followed by a MiG-29 to take out any interceptors. MiG managing to miss. Wow, we didn't even hit this MiG-25 BM. I was gonna say managing to hit it once, but he didn't even do that. Grnvld doing a nice job of protecting the left side. We got Su-122s pushing up to stop any infantry attacks. And they are being used to take out the VDV-90s here. MiG-29S coming up with a bombing run. Missing all of his bombs, I think. We did have a seaplane that took out the enemy Tunguska M, and the MiG-29S actually taking out that enemy plane with his Wimpel. Nicely done. Another bombing run by a MiG-29S, taking